Hello there. This is I'm not sure if this is one for Halloween or one just generally for the winter. Untamed. It's not really a horror film. It's a sci-fi movie, but it's not really a sci-fi movie either. It's a mood piece. It's very moody. It's sci-fi as Tarkovsky was sci-fi. Really, it was like we use little bits of it for what we want to do, but it's not our main focus. So this is a kind of weird one. I definitely think this is a time of year when the lights are around, it's very dark, that this film would play a lot better because it is moody. There is lots of beautiful scenery, there's lots of fog, there's lots of atmosphere that would really be best appreciated this time of year. But it's not anything to do with Halloween at all, but it is beautiful and it's very unique. So it's a sci-fi movie, but this alien that lands on Earth, pretty much the beginning, and then people encounter it. And what the alien is a very sexual creature. So there's a shade of David Cronenberg in this, and I love Cronenberg. So I was like, once I heard this film, I was really interested in seeing it because when I heard of the premise, it was like, oh, this is up my alley. And so it's a sexual nature to it. So people come into contact, find this creature can satisfy them in ways that human interaction sexually cannot. So early on we see a woman preparing to meet the creature, then you see the aftermath and you can see that she's been injured, but she's going at it like an addict. She needs this connection, but she can't really satisfy this alien. This alien needs this human connection to feed on, to survive. So it's a mutual situation. They get pleasure, the alien survives. So then we cut to a family who she'll soon interact with. So there's a wife who is unsatisfied with her marriage, and basically the first scene we see of her is she's getting taken from behind by her husband, and she's very unsatisfied. So we're 2 or 3 scenes in, and we're basically the second scene with a sexual nature. Then we see another scene with her in the shower by herself, and she's pleasuring herself. So that's the third scene. So there's like, this is not your usual sci-fi movie, and it's like it's not something you'd see in a Michael Bay or a Roland Emmerich film. This is mature stuff. So then you see her in life with her husband, and you see it's not a very good relationship. It's very unhealthy. It's neither of them getting anything they want from it. So then she meets up with her brother who's gay, who works in a hospital, who then treats the woman who got injured, and she and him strike up a friendship. Then you find out the brother has seen his sister's husband in a gay affair, so you get a full-on gay sex scene. Again, we're 15 minutes into this film and I was wondering what the hell I was watching, because I've never seen so many sexual scenes together so early on together. Not even crashes this much. But the thing is, after that you don't really see much more of that kind of area. They show it to show you what the context is for the drama, and then once that's established, it's all about the drama between these people. So everything's now established. You've seen these two are having a relationship, these two men, and the brother's very guilty about it because he knows what it will do to his sister if she finds out. The husband is very repressed and very ashamed of his homosexuality, but he can't really sit on it. It's just there. Everyone can sense it, but no one can. But he's so violent that no one can really bring it up, so it becomes a character study. And then at a certain point, things start to evolve. The woman decides to show the brother the creature, and he begins a relationship with the creature, because the creature doesn't care about her gender. It's just like, it's interested in humans. It can, for whatever they need, it'll provide so it can live. And then basically the brother gets injured and is put in a coma. And that's the last you see the brother. The brother dies basically, because being with this creature is potentially more dangerous than you think. Of course, because no one knows about the creature, the brother is the husband is actually the one under suspicion because it comes out that he was having an affair with the brother because they find messages and things, and she goes to the police. So it becomes a family drama about a wife destroyed and her trying to deal with her family, the brother trying to deal with the aftermath of, well, the husband dealing with the aftermath of the brother being basically put in a coma, and how now he's in jail for a while. And this whole thing revolves from there. Okay, I'm not going to say much more. That was based in the first half. All this stuff happened. I don't think I can explain much more for it to make sense. But it's also, there's a lot of other stuff that happens that are really interesting, which I think is worth seeing on your own. The important thing of this film is it's a nice drama because it uses the sci-fi as a metaphor for what's going on in them. It's not really about what the alien is. The alien is the addiction. The alien is the need for connection that human interaction can't give any of them. It's something they crave. They're craving something beyond what can actually be given by a human being, and it's like, and each one of them has to deal with that, and the creature is the metaphor for how to deal with it. Do they deal with it and succumb to it, or do they deal with it and realise the situation is, you know, untenable, that they have to move on and grow up? And there's whole scenes where the whole idea really is, can you move on, or do you succumb to what you have, what's wrong with you? Because it can be any kind of addiction, drugs, sex, alcohol. It's whatever it is that you need to get through the day. And this creature becomes a metaphor for that. Because it's sexualised, it's a interesting one because it's very base, and these characters are lonely and they really need some connection, so it's something they really need. So it's a good way of actually showing what's going on with the characters without having to just see them put something in their arm or drink a lot. You don't need that. This is a way to actually show it without using the normal cliches of drama, because it uses sci-fi, you know, as the base for that, rather than making a film about drug addiction, which would be very prescribed to what we all know already. But using this metaphor, it uses it in a way that means you can go off and sidetrack everything in ways you don't expect, but you get what's going on emotionally. But it means the drama can move in different directions that you wouldn't expect, and it also means the characters can react in different ways that are not the normal cliche. So that makes a really intriguing film. I mean, it really does. I mean, it does remind me a lot of Tarkovsky, but it's his own beat as well. It's more humanistic than Tarkovsky ever was. It seems to like its characters, even the worst of them, because it understands they're all flawed and they're all fighting against what's stuck in their brains, really. So it becomes this very humane sci-fi movie. It has to be experienced though. That's why I'm not saying much beyond the halfway point, because you have to really experience what's going on. It's something unusual. So that's the Untamed. I'd really recommend you try and see it. It's a beautiful film. Visually, there's some stunning shots, but also there's some great shots of just people in, you know, in the world interacting with other people that aren't show-offy, but kind of cutting them gives you an idea of the normality versus the idealised thing, idealised imagery and idealised emotion. So even the way it's shot is telling you the story. So it's not just a simple, you know, I'm going to show off now. When it does the great shots, it's to show you this is the way that people want to live. But it's impossible, you can't live like that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be back soon for another video.